Hey Flosstube, welcome back to Basic Stitches. I'm Jordan and you can find me on Instagram at Little Stitch Girl Designs.
And I'm Jamie, and on Instagram you can find me as Jamie X Stitch.
We were very excited to hear about all of the LNS shops that you guys have all over. Some of you aren't as close as others.
And some of you are very lucky and have multiple.
Yeah. And it was fun to see how spread out everyone is and all the different shops, and it's nice to know that like there's enough business for a lot of LNS shops so that like
Keep our craft going.
yeah, we can keep it going. But it was really fun to hear about everything that everybody has nearby. We wanted to do some shout outs. I recently discovered a shop on Etsy. It's called Love for Cross Stitch. And she just has some really cute patterns, and I need to take a little shopping spree on her site. And then Nancy from the Victorian Moto Sampler Shop.
Yeah, it's a website that you look up, but I'll show you in haul.
She just had great customer service.
Yes, she did. She was
it
awesome.
And then Trisha at 3L Threads. I know I've shouted her out before, but I wanted to shout her out again because she also got amazing customer service. But I'll show you what I got when we do haul. We both had finishes this week.
I had 2.
I also had 2.
Woohoo! Where are you going?
So I did from Hands On Design one of her little February anniversary samplers. I just picked colors I had from my stash because for a little free pattern I didn't really want to go buy more floss. I have plenty. My husband would say I wouldn't, but
You chose good colors too. They're really cool.
I really like the colors. I need to get it framed. I want like a big white fancy frame, but not like super fancy because I don't want it to take away from the design. But I haven't found one that I love yet. So, and now Valentine's is over, so it's just kind of hanging out.
So, I have also a finish that's a hands-on design. It's the Year in Chalk. It's the February one. I was going to show the pattern. And I didn't do the Gentle Art Tea Rose color. I just chose the DMC. It was 3688. 3688. That was the color. And I finished it last night, actually. And this was what I was doing for our hashtag Stitch the Love on Instagram. I didn't post it yet on Instagram because I was waiting to do the video first. So now I'll post it today. But yeah, I thought it turned out really cute. And while I have this up, we had a viewer.
It was Debbie Duarte asked how we put our fabric on our Q-snap.
And if it was a big project, I would stitch it in the well, which means, yep, you're seeing my back. No back shaming, people. Which means that you would stitch it from this side, so you're stitching in the well.
That's how I have my my big Stitch the Love one set up. It's to stitch inside.
But the little one, I prefer it this way. It's just easier for me. And all we do...
We put our needle in the center because...
find the center point.
They're small enough that we just start in the middle.
And then just lay the fabric over top and take the little clamp and do it. And then you twist the clamps to pull it and stretch it out. I do that on all of them. So anyway, not hard. If you're doing it in the well, you do the same thing, but you just have the needle here and clamp it. I don't know. You do it the same way basically, I guess, but you want to make sure some fabrics have better modeling on one side than the other, so you just want to make sure what side you're doing it on. This one it wouldn't matter, obviously it's the same both ways, but so anyway, just to answer her question.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was happy with that little finish. I actually got done with everything, and I was reading on the pattern to see what I did for the line for the string right there, and if it was 1 or 2 threads or whatever. And then it said something about back stitching inside the chalk frame, and I didn't realize all around on this inside of here is a little tiny pink line. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, so then when I thought I was done, I still had to go back and back stitch that. And I thought about not doing it, but I'm glad I did because it just added a little bit more pink vibrance. So it was cute. Happy with it.
I like it. I'm excited. I want to stitch all of those, but I have so many projects.
Well, and it's part of my haul, but should I show it now? I'll do it in a minute.
Yeah. Do you want to show your other one?
Oh, well, we can at the same time.
Okay.
Woohoo! They're done!
We'll fight for his.
That was funny. So, anyway, I finished mine, Winter Wonderland. I used all the colors that I also used in my Forest Snowfall. So, and those were the colors that Down Sunshine Lane suggested because they had changed out this blue from deep fennel to blue corn. Mm-hmm. But I had enough, well, actually I didn't have enough green left. I had to go buy another green. But that was all the colors I used. And there is the border along the top and the bottom, and I just chose not to do them. I just liked it the way it was, and so it's done.
I also finished mine. I didn't do the border either, and I used all the same colors that I used on Forest Snowfall, but then I also just grabbed other colors from my stash for like the little cardinal and his carrot nose and stuff.
That's what I did too.
So I actually only kept one color the same as the chart, which is the brown of his hat.
Oh, see, and I did that black.
I thought about doing it black, but then it called for the black brown. I kind of wish I'd done it black, and I've debated
it looks really
fixing
cute.
it because it's like the exact same as the Tatanka color, but without the variation. But I don't know. I'm done, and I finished it finally at like 2 o'clock this morning. So I don't really.
You should have felt like this.
I had to finish it before the video. And then
that's okay. Well, I finished my year in chalk one my February at like midnight. And then I texted you the picture. So
she texted me a picture, and my husband and I are just playing card games after my kids had gone to bed. And I said, so we're doing our video at 10 o'clock, right? And she says, no, 8. And so I finished this. I went to bed. I got up and got ready and didn't get up on time.
Stuff over here.
So it was a hat day. I need to wash my hair. And got here at like 8:20, and she's still laying in bed. I thought we were doing it at like 10, but I thought when she said 10 o'clock or 10, I thought she was saying video number 10. I'm like, no, it's video number 8. It's the 8th one we're doing. But she's putting the AM behind it, so I know you're talking about time because I said at video at 10.
It was late. I didn't anyway. So yeah, so she sat down here and waited for me to get ready. And then we've got everything all set up and ready, and we're starting at 10:15.
Anyway, so I finished this last night. I didn't do the borders either. I added more snowflakes. I moved this one up. I added these 2 different ones that are the same as in
Forest
Snowfall, which I happen to have. So it's the same one as the border here, and then it's over here by the animals. But I just added a bunch more snowflakes because, oh, that's the back. Because, guys, 4 hours of sleep is not pretty on me. Because I just wanted to add more snow because Winter Wonderland. So.
It's cute. I should have added more flakes and done that, but.
I was tempted not to, but then it got to the point, like, I moved this one up so that I kind of had to because I knew I wanted to, but I knew that if I did it as normal, then I'd be like, oh, I don't want to add any more. It's
Yeah.
good like this.
Well, that's
So-
what I did. I called it done.
I like it. I'm excited to hang it up next year. Because I finished it
Well, and I
just in time for spring.
yeah, and I have my finishing ideas for those. So
I want to find some cute frames. I want like a light wood, like almost a whitish wood to put them in.
like a whitewashed
Yeah.
farmhouse style.
And she got a frame from Michael's that's like perfect,
But it's the
except
wrong size.
it's the wrong size, and they don't have them in the sizes for these. So I don't know what to do. I'll figure it out
and
next
our
year.
sun just kind of changed. But
So that was all of our finishes.
do you want to do your whips? Is the one the same as mine?
So I have had 2 sick kids and a getting sick husband, and it's been an adventure to get anything done. So I didn't work on anything except the hands-on design, love, and the Winter Wonderland. So then this morning when I got here and had
Waited
an
for
hour
me.
and a half to get
It was
ready,
not that long.
it was 40 minutes. It was enough to watch an episode of the show I'm watching right now. I worked on the only project that I had everything here for, which was Summer. It's by the Cricket Collection. So I just started the little sunflower thing.
I've also started it, and I have just the little sunflower there. I have the thread on there to start doing more of the petals around. My mom is also doing it with us, Jordan's grandma.
She's pretty far, isn't she?
And she, last time I saw a picture, she had also started on the M right here, the white M, because there's 2 M's obviously.
Oh.
But she had also started on that M last time I knew. And then she was going back to her other project, so I don't know
How much
if
farther
she's done
made.
any more. But yeah, that's my start.
And mine.
So
That is the only whip that I have. I have neglected my Stitch the Love Alice in Wonderland by Donna Stitch because I had a lot to do, 6 kids, and I refused to start Summer until I finished Winter Wonderland. Sorry. And so I just tried to work on Winter Wonderland a lot, and then I didn't get much done.
So I finished my Winter Wonderland like right after our last video. It was
on Super Bowl Sunday.
Was it on that Sunday? Okay.
Mhm.
And then I proceeded to start with my next whip, which is for it's the hometown holidays. It's the Schoolhouse. I only stitched on it while I was watching the Super Bowl. And so I didn't get a lot done because I was actually watching it. It was a good game this year. But that is my progress. I am going, so the fabric we're using on these, or I'm using, is the
Cafe French Country
Mocha. And when I did Grandma's house, I didn't find the ecru that it called for to have too much of a color variation. So I'm doing all the call for colors, except I'm changing ecru to 3865, which is the winter white. And it's still a creamy white, but it's definitely whiter than the ecru. So I'm going to do that on all the patterns from here on out, and I'll figure out something with Grandma's house because that's already done in ecru. So that's my only other whip because I finished the 2 I was working on.
We have lots of haul.
Yeah, well,
we have like ungodly amounts of haul this week.
yeah, and I'm gonna need some advice too. So you can start with your haul, or we'll kind of do it together in a way, but.
So I'll start with the first bit that I
She
got.
has a lot. I'm sitting at work and she's texting me and she's like, Joanne's has a coupon. I'm going to go to the store. It's their President's Day. No, it was just that they were 33% off.
No, they were 40% off, which made them like 31 cents or something.
Okay.
But someone posted about it in a stitching group. I think it was Stitch Mania. That Floss was, there was a 40% off coupon that you could use on Floss. And I think they were actually asking because it was like excluding fabric and notions, and they were like,
It doesn't
does
count
that
as
count?
notions. Oh.
And so everyone else was like, no, we used it today. We got all this money off. And it's like, let's go get Floss.
It's at work.
So,
she went and got Floss.
No. We went.
Oh,
and,
this is the different day. Okay.
And
We
my
did go
grandma
together.
went.
Yeah.
And we got everything for, well, I got everything for this project.
Okay.
This is the Cloudsfactory Legendary Creatures alphabet that I've talked about but I haven't shown. So you can see there's L is a leprechaun, M is Medusa, N is Nessie, and I is an Ifrit, or Ifrit, depending on where you're from and how you say it. And I got all the colors for that, and I got a new box for it, and I was so excited, and then I did not need to get this big of a box, guys. I was like, oh, that's a lot of colors. I could have used a much smaller box and been fine, but at least I have a box now, right?
It still holds them all in there just fine.
And then last week we ordered stuff from 123 Stitch, and it got here, and this is my fabric for it. It's 16 count Twilight Blue by Witchelt.
And it's a gray, but it definitely has that blue in it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a blue gray.
Hold it up again. Yeah, it's coming across pretty. Well, it's slightly more blue than it showed up on there.
Yeah.
But it's a blue gray.
I think it'll look really good with the colors of the flosses. So I think the bright colors will stand out. I think the light colors will stand out. I think the dark colors will stand out. It's just a good solid color.
Cool.
And then we got my grandma to come with us, and we got everything we needed for autumn.
Yes.
By the Cricket Collection.
And she has the fabric that we've bought for this at her house. My mom does. We need to cut them into pieces because my sister's actually doing this series with us too. So we've been able to buy 2 pieces of fabric, and then we can, I can't remember what size they are, and then we cut it in half, and it's the perfect size for us to do for 4 of us. Anyway, we've been able to do that with the autumn and the spring one. The
winter
summer and winter,
we
we got from Embroidery Central, our local LNS. But yeah, so we got the colors. Jordan will show you the colors. They're so pretty.
They're so autumn. Like, I love them so much. I'm excited to start it. I'm excited to get out of stitching winter stuff. Even like Christmas stuff would be different, but I feel like I've done a lot of winter with Forest Snowfall and Winter Wonderland. That's just like a lot of snow, and so I'm excited to start like bright colors.
And the last Christmas one that we stitched was the Lizzie Kate Spirit of Christmas, which was not your traditional Christmas colors.
Right.
So even just to stitch Christmas would be a good change.
These are all the colors. We all got them.
Yeah, my mom got for her and my sister, and then Jordan and I each got our own. Like, because my sister doesn't live super close. She's like, what?
An hour away. She lives where
Hour 15, yeah.
my husband and I are looking at jobs.
Yeah, she wants to move from her mom.
So.
Yep.
I don't want to.
She can move. She just has to leave the grandkids.
It would just be more convenient. It's more likely that he'll find a job around there. And then in that purchase, I also got the stuff for Let It Snow Bungalow.
Where did I put? Oh, there it is. So
I didn't bring my patterns. I just have.
Yeah, and I
Floss.
have the patterns here, so I said I'll. So just a reminder, what it is.
And this is all the colors except Capri and Turkish Red.
Some of
I
them
want to get.
We're
the
doing
fancy floss.
a combination of the fancy floss and the DMC.
There's some colors that, as I was looking through, I just decided that like the
variation
variation isn't as there, and it doesn't matter as much to me. So then there are some colors that it's like there's a lot of, and so I want them to look nice with the variation. So these are the DMC colors that we chose.
And then we'll still probably go down to Embroidery Central and get the other flosses that we need. The fancy floss.
And then I got the stuff for the Seasons in Chalk.
And I got all the stuff.
Christmas. Yeah, she got
I got all
these
this stuff too. I'm just holding up patterns and she can hold up
I
floss.
mean, they're the same flosses. So.
Right. So, is that upside down? That's
Yes.
upside down. So,
This is another hands-on design.
And Priscilla.
And Priscilla Blaine.
Combination.
And so we got just these colors, the DMC. And then we looked,
the tan that's in there.
For anyone else that stitched this, it calls for 422, which is straw, or 442.
Where are you looking?
Right
right there.
So it says 442, which is straw. For like the chimneys and the sled.
Mm-hmm.
But at all the stores I've looked at, I have not been able to find a 422 or 442. I've only found 422. So I don't know if it's a typo or if I just can't find the color or what. But the 422 looks fine, so if someone else, like if it doesn't exist, I'm fine with getting that. But
And I still want all those patterns. I know I've said it before, and I've been told that you can buy the... Because this is in the Just Cross Stitch December 2016. That's the cover. And I bought this off eBay. And somebody told me you can get this Just Cross Stitch magazine, and you'll get, if you get the digital copy, you'll get 2
years of
the back issues.
Yeah.
And so they would all be in there. And I don't know if I'm going to do that or if I'm just going to see if I can find those patterns.
I love them.
Because I do too. And I can't tell you, I have had so much fun stitching white on chalkboard, Ada. Like, white on black. I never thought I would enjoy that, but I really like how the stitches look. Like, and I'm careful. I railroad the top leg of my stitches. I don't bother with the bottom one, but I'll railroad the top one to get them to lay flat. And it's been kind of fun. I do have to sit under my light at night to make sure I can see it well, but yeah.
I haven't stitched anything on black yet. I got another thing that we got stuff for was Tulip House.
Which?
So my fabric, we both got the fabric in the 1, 2, 3 stitch order.
Yes. Tulip House.
And then I have
no.
And then I have DMC for it, and I need to still go get the fancy floss that I'm using, which is Grasshopper and Aztec Red. Aztec Red.
And okay, you hold the pattern, because that's what I'm talking about. I have my black chalkboard Ada. I have not only my DMCs, but I got the weeks that I'm choosing to do for the variegation, which is the Grasshopper and the Aztec Red. Okay, I thought I had this laid out so I could just show it, but it's a little more tricky than I thought. So anyway, I got those fancy floss, the Weeks Dye Works, and then I got my black Ada, so I can put that on. And then I also, this is kind of a little bit of a shout out for my local Needleworks shop, Embroidery Central. I stopped in there and I got this Velcro. I don't know if you've seen it. If any of you have used it, I'm going to put it on this frame, which is it's way long. It's kind of big for the project, but
maybe you should go get more bars for it. Spend a little more money, right?
Your dad would probably be mad. No, I'm just kidding. And that's actually a thought I had. I need to remeasure, and then maybe I will call Donette and see about getting the other bars. But if you've ever heard of or seen these scroll frames, and it's American Dream products, my local needlework shop, I now believe
Are they the exclusive retailer?
They are the owner. I think American Dreams was not going to continue any longer, and they are now the manufacturer and distributor of these products. So I was able, which is so nice. My mom has an entire set. It has multiple bars, side bars, and like for different widths. And then these, she has them all the way down to like 6 inches and up. I had ordered this one a long time ago, and but then I'm happy that I can go in and get the Velcro. So what you do is on your fabric, you stick the Velcro down.
Just on like the edge of it.
Yeah, and then you hook it on there and twist it up, and it keeps such a nice tension, and it's easy to peel off and readjust. Or if, say, I want to put another project on the same frame and, you know, move them back and forth or something, you know, anyway, I could do that easily. It's just, and the ease of it. But then when you're done, you just cut the Velcro edge off your...
Which, if you look...
It's really narrow.
It's really thin. It's that little white stripe in the middle.
It's maybe...
The plastic is just the adhesive.
1/4 inch to 3/8 inch.
Yeah, it's like not even half an inch thick.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take much off your fabric either.
Yeah. I'd say it's maybe 3/8. But, yeah. So, anyway, I just want to give them a little plug out because you can see here now. Well, I'll hold this up. It's American Dream Products, doing business as Embroidery Central is the DBA. I don't know if you can see that. Where's the camera? So anyway, and this is the 3 yards of it, so I have enough for a few projects. So and you know, they're an online store, but she was really good. I texted her and just made sure that they were going to be open messaged her on Facebook. Made sure they were going to be open on Valentine's Day. And
they had a stitch in.
Yeah, but I
saw on Facebook.
And they have a Facebook page and you guys can follow them. And every Wednesday night on their stitch in, they go around the group of ladies that get together and show their whips, their works in progress and everything. And then she'll show like if they have like sale items or anything, like patterns or stuff at the end. And she has different videos on there of how that she shows these products, their frame set and stuff. But they're really nice. I think they're made out of oak versus some are, you know, just that you buy can be cheap pine. These are like a nice hardwood and they're very durable. Anyway, they're very nice. I like them.
I want some.
So now that I have all this, and I have my fabric, and I have my flosses, and I have the pattern, I will be starting Tulip House. I'm excited.
I'm excited to start it too. I'm ready for
I've just
spring.
it's taken me just a little bit to collect it all because I've got a little from this store, a little from that store, a little from the other store.
I need to go get like 2 or 3 more scroll frames because I have a problem. I need one for Tulip House. I think that would be easiest on a scroll frame. I want to get one to switch my Alice in Wonderland Donna stitch over to, and then I need one for the Cloudsfactory. And I want to work on all of them right now, so I can't just like finish one and put something else on a scroll frame. That would be too easy and practical. Because, you know, who wants to be practical? I also got floss for winter. I actually got these a while ago, but I just have them in my stash over here. It's for the Cricut Collection winter. Oops. It's not all of them though, because I have some in my stash that I'm getting.
And I've already got that one kitted up.
And then
my husband's even bobbinated the floss for me. It's ready to go.
I have this amazing mom right next to me that,
well, you know,
does such kind things for me. She found me these patterns that I have been wanting since I discovered them around Christmas time, which isn't that long, but I have added them to my cart and then removed them from my cart and then added them to my cart, and I just have wanted them for a long time.
Well, and her Christmas tree is like silver.
Mm-hmm. It's just
silver, right?
It's like a green tree and then has white lights, and then I just have a bunch of like silver ornaments. I have a silver ribbon that I put around it. I got some disco ball ornaments this year. And then she also got me a star for my tree that's silver sparkly that lights up. So like my tree's just very
simple, monotone.
Simple, elegant, classy. I like to say.
Not monotone.
Monochromatic.
That was funny.
But I saw these and I'm like, oh, they'll look so cute on my tree. So they are the chalk ornaments from Hands On Design. And I have now all 3 sets. And I'm so excited to make them. And I think because they are like kind of simple, but there'd be a little bit of a pop of color, but not like overwhelmingly so to my tree.
They'd look really pretty.
I think they'll look really good in my tree. My husband and I both decided that Silent Night is our favorite of them, but it was hard to pick because I like them all. But then while we were at Joann's, I got the thread that I needed. I just got DMC. I don't remember if it has... Yeah, it has Gentle Art. That's what Gast is, right?
Yes.
It has Gentle Art and then...
Gentle Art sampler thread.
And then DMC conversions. So I just got the DMC. And I'm excited to make those. I need to get fabric for them. And then I'll start them. I want to probably do like one a month to get them done for Christmas for next year.
There's 9, so you'll have to start soon.
Yep, so I need fabric. I'm kind of hoping that with the fabric we got for Tulip House, that I'll have enough for Tulip House and enough for the little spring part that comes with it, and then enough to maybe start one of these.
I don't know. We'll have to get my measuring tape out again.
I don't remember how the measurements worked.
Yeah. I think I ordered the fabric. I think there's enough room for the Tulip House in the spring, but I don't know if there's going to be extra, given that is a small.
Yeah, it's quite small. And I don't
But you still need enough around it for
I
the
don't
finishing.
need a huge border, but like 2 inches.
Yeah. Vana, on hers...
She'll only do 3
well,
inches,
no,
right?
I can't remember if I listened to it on Fiber Talk or if I listened to it on her Flosstube. If you're sending things to her, she wants more of a 3-inch border because depending on the finish that you're having done. So I've been and she's maybe it's on Fiber Talk, and she said to not be a stingy fabric person or whatever. Like, you spend all this money, you can like do just a little bit extra fabric to make it easier for finishing.
Oh,
so I've been trying to keep that in mind.
I normally do about a 3-inch border.
Yes.
If it like works out that it's between 2 or 3, I just go with it.
Yeah.
I never go smaller than 2, I think.
I haven't.
But
either.
even like this one that I finished is small, and it's
plenty of room.
It's about a 3-inch border, so I try, but I'm not super stickler unless it goes under 2. Then I try to not go that small. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Lost my train of thought.
Oh, you haven't showed all your haul.
No, do you want to show that?
Go ahead.
Okay.
It's all about you.
So everything's all about me since the day I was born.
She's growing up thinking that.
I ordered from Trisha 3L Threads some soda stitch patterns. So this is Rapunzel. I'm super excited to stitch it. But I found out that Joann's was having their President's Day sale. Which is 33 cents a skein. It's the same as what their
40% off?
No, it's the same as what Black Friday was.
Oh.
And we got a lot of stuff on Black Friday. So I got this, but it hadn't come in the mail yet, and I was like, oh no, and I thought the sale was only on Thursday. It wasn't. It's all weekend, so you still have time to go get it till Monday if you want. But I messaged her and I was like, I ordered these patterns from you, and I was wondering if you had a way to tell me what colors were on them because I don't have the patterns yet. And she went through her files and found the color, the DMC charts, or DMC color list, and sent it to me so that I could go get them. And then I stepped out the door to go get in my car, and the package was on the front porch, and there were my patterns. So I appreciated all of her help, even though I ended up having the patterns there anyway. But I got Rapunzel, which Rapunzel is one of my favorite princesses. And then all the colors, all the bright, fun fairy tale colors.
That blue's pretty.
This one?
Royal blue, yeah.
Yeah. I really like this blue too.
Yeah.
DMC blues, man. They're my fave. And then I also got Little Mermaid, my other favorite princess.
I'm surprised you didn't get Alice.
There weren't any. She'd sold out.
Oh, she'd sold out of it.
Yeah, I got the ones
back
that I wanted that she hadn't sold out of. I fully plan on getting more. Also, they just released Aladdin and Peter Pan, and I desperately need the Peter Pan one. She said she's putting in another order. I think she said March 1st.
So cute.
So I'll be getting more. This is not the end. I haven't decided how I'm stitching them either. I kind of have thought about doing them all on like one piece of fabric.
That's gonna be huge.
It would be huge, so I haven't decided. But I got the colors for Little Mermaid. But then I'm gonna change it because what's life without making it complicated? So I'm gonna do the green tail and switch there, and then I'm gonna switch her little seashell bra to purple and her hair to red so that she looks like Ariel from the Disney Little Mermaid.
Version.
And then I'm just really excited to stitch those, but I need to get fabric and I need to figure out how I'm doing it and what I'm doing and all of that. That was my President's Day adventure. I took my daughter while my son napped and we sat there and she...
And her husband was home.
Yeah, my husband
worked. Just abandoned
my
her
husband
son.
works at home, so he was just in the other room. So while my son naps, my husband can be there to like listen for him, and then I can take my daughter and go do stuff. But I took her and we were standing there looking at Floss, and I'm like, Lacey, look at the numbers. Tell me what numbers you see. Like, trying to keep her kind of busy because she, on the other side of the aisle, there's like all the little felt squares. And she's like pulling them off, like, look at this color, Mom, look at this color. And I was like, show me what colors you see, like, tell me the colors. And so she just starts pulling them off and like making a stack that she thought we were going to buy. And I was like, oh, nope. And then she really wanted to leave. She got bored. And there was another lady there that was getting floss. And Lacey kept pushing the cart into her. And I'm like, child, just a second, I'm almost done. And this lady was like, well, I have 4 kids and 7 grandkids. I'm no stranger to getting hit with a cart. And I was like, thank goodness that she was so nice and patient with Lacey wanting to leave. But then we got in the car and we're leaving and Lacey was really upset. And she's like, I didn't want to go to that store. And I'm like, well, I told you that's the store we were going to. Well, I wanted to go to Hobby Lobby. And I was just like, so proud. That's my daughter.
But they weren't having the sale.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that yours?
Yeah, that's all of mine. That's everything.
Well, I've just been sitting here for an hour now.
We're only at 38 minutes, Mother.
Okay, only. Wow. I have
video.
shown this 15 times. It's the country seasons. I said I was going to start it before this video.
She didn't.
I didn't. But I did order. I had a piece of fabric for the first one, but I didn't have it for the others. So it's just the 16 count lamb's wool Ada. So I got more fabric for that. So that was part of my haul. Jordan's shown all the floss. Oh goodness. I did pick up another...
Now it's my turn to sit here for an hour.
I did pick up another little 8-inch. It's just the Hobby Lobby Yarnology brand. Q-Snap, because I had 11-inch bars, but I needed more 8-inch bars for... What project? Oh! For this one. Oh my gosh.
I woke her up
Seriously,
at
people.
8:20 when I got here, so she's still a little scattered.
I'm usually up and getting ready for work. I'm usually trying to be to work at 6. Until lately I've had to take my son to school, so I've been up. So I'm usually up way early, so 8 o'clock was sleeping in and I'm still... I had purchased these two, but failed to show them on our previous video. And I saw them from Priscilla and Chelsea, Priscilla Blaine, and I thought they would be so cute for fall decorating, maybe even some summer. But the Ida Mae Crow and Ira Ray Crow, and they're by Good Housewife. And these are reprints, and it says right on them, on the back, the original print, and that was in 2009, and then the reprint was in 2017. And I just thought they're so cute. I think I'm going to do them separate too. 2 little smalls. I don't know, have to decide. I haven't kitted them up or anything. I've just bought the patterns. They'll probably be something I start this summer-ish time. Maybe.
If she doesn't start everything else and get
because
more
I have,
patterns
oh my
and
gosh. What else did I get?
that.
Oh, I got some, oh goodness, we're in my, you've all seen this multiple times, but I got the flosses I needed for the Hello Spring and Hello Summer, and it is by Little Stitch Girl Designs. So some of them, this is really difficult.
Some of them are from her stash, so they're already popping.
And they're dumping off the thing, yeah.
And
they were
some
hard
of them
to get.
She had to get.
So, oh goodness.
The setup we've mentioned takes a lot, but the cleanup.
The cleanup, I do try and put stuff away somewhat so I can find it, because I can't stand the cluttery.
Well, and like just to keep everything nice, you want to know that it's like all taken
and
care of.
together, so when I sit down to stitch, I have it.
But then we drop things. I think we've dropped something in every video.
Probably. So, and this is, I'm taking these out of the bag. I got this in the mail and I squealed. They are so pretty. So I joined the Victorian Moto Sampler Shop Floss Club. And look at those. You can't even see the variegation. This, oh yeah, you can right there.
So pretty.
So this one is deep dark purple. And there's no DNC conversion apparently. But that's okay. I will find where to put that. And then this rust orange marigold. And it is, I already know what I'm going to use this for. It's one of Jordan's designs. It's her pumpkins. This one's just, I don't know, like, oh, can you see them? You can see the variegation in them. Oh, and I loved them all. Because I'm like, oh, I love this one.
This one I think would be so pretty for like a sky.
Yeah, well, it's got purples in it, though.
I don't think that would matter. I think it'd still be pretty
Oh,
for a sky.
It's so pretty. And the red. And it has, and it's called something orange. Scarlet orange. But it is definitely got a red. Maybe the light color.
It's got a little bit of like an orangey in the like lighter variated part.
This one doesn't look, well, I can see the variegation, but I don't know if it's going to show up. Very good. But it is Highland Banner. Anyway, I will be getting 6 of these every month. The thing about these is, even with the cost of the shipping, they're still $2.50 a skein, but can you see how much floss there is?
20 yards?
20 yards.
Versus like most classic Colorworks and Weeks dye and everything. They're all 5 yards.
Right. I mean, this is like for the price, and they're so soft, and the colors. And when yeah.
Oh yeah, they're really soft.
Right? I just find them to be so pretty. And she asked when I emailed her, I was on her website and it said to contact her. I emailed her and just said that I'd like to join her floss club for the 6 skeins. You can also do 12 skeins a month. And she asked if I wanted the limited edition colors, which is what they came, or if I wanted the primitive colors. And I said, well, I think I want the limited edition, but if I decide to change down the road, and she's like, oh yeah, no problem, just email me. And like, if she had a few questions, we emailed back probably 3-4 times over one day. And then like 3 days later, literally, I had them in the mail. It was so fast. Her name is Nancy Turner. And it's, again, Victorian Moto Sampler Shop. So, just put it in your Google search. You'll find it. 20 yards. Seriously. That's awesome. And then, I haven't even shown you this.
She
You
hasn't
knew.
even shown me this.
You knew I was getting them. But I haven't sent you pictures or anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Brenda Gervais. Wordplay. So it's not the complete set. But I now have January. And March. I'm going to have to start that one. And that's so cute. Oh, I love them. And see, and then I was like, oh, dang, I should have got the primitive colors for these. But, oh, well. May. Was that May? Yes. And here is August. And September.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
I like them all.
I like them all too. And then, October. So I have 6 of the months now. I just have to collect the other 6. I was feeling very bummed because I really wanted these, and then someone had posted all 12 of them on Stash and Load for, it was $60. Was it?
So they ended up being like $5 each?
I don't know. They basically was half price. And so I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I was like the 3rd person to see it or something. Like,
they went fast.
Oh my gosh. And so then there's the In Search Of, the ISO that you can post on. It's a different thread. It's one of their files, I think. Anyway, on the Stash and Load. And so I post on there, I'm like, In Search Of, just kind of hoping. Yeah, this lady got on there and she's like, I think I might have those. At least some of them. Suzanne, how do you say that last name?
Camino? Camino?
Not sure. But Suzanne was like, I think I have some of those. She's like, let me check when I get home and I'll get back with you. Okay. And then I waited a couple days and she's like, oh, sorry, I still haven't had time to check with them. I'm like, no problem. It's, she just messaged me on Facebook. I'm like, no problem. It's not like I'm in some huge hurry or anything.
I mean, it's not like she doesn't have enough to stitch already.
That too. But I also understand people have busy lives. And then she got back with me, and my husband and I, we were going down to Farmington to get my son's iPhone fixed. And she messaged me then, and she's like, I have them. And I was like, she listed which one she had. She's like, would you like them? And I'm like, yes, I would. And, for the price and everything. And she sent me an invoice on PayPal, did it, got it in the mail. A few days later, it was great. And yeah, I can't thank her enough. So I will now be searching and collecting the other months. I can't start another monthly series right at the moment, I don't think.
You have so
many. Well, and
you just you don't just have like the monthly stuff that you're doing. You also have like
seasons.
You have all the seasons, and then you have like the Hometown Holidays and Farmhouse Christmas that you're doing monthly, and she has so much stuff going on.
Finding my conversation. Oh, right there. So then I also, and I haven't received these in the mail, within like 2 days. So that Friday night and Saturday morning is when I ordered these. Saturday was when Suzanne got back with me about the wordplay. And later Saturday is Nancy Murdoch she's ND Murdoch XS on Instagram, got back with me. She has a whole bunch of the not cricket collection, I just saw that. Pine Mountain.
Oh, the snapshots.
I have some, they're too far away for me to get at the moment. But she's like, I have some of those if you like them, And she said, we had this conversation a while ago, and then I got back and I said, sure, yeah. And then she said, well, in the meantime, another lady that she worked with may want them. And I was like, that's no problem. That's fine. Like, no big deal. And then she had put up her February one, and her finishing she did really cute. It looked cute. And I just commented on, you know, like, nice finishing, you know, it's beautiful or whatever. And she came back to me and messaged me, and she's like, the lady I work with decided she didn't want those. She has another monthly series she's doing. And I'm like, she's like, would I like to buy them? And I'm like, yeah. So, I have those coming in the mail. I've sent, yeah, just through PayPal. So because I had ordered, I'd got the wordplay and the Victorian moto threads and stuff. I'm getting 3 from her at a time. She said that was okay, because I was like, holy crap, how much have I ordered in like less than 24 hours? My husband's going to hurt me.
The Stitch from Stash is DOA.
Yep. Done. Obsolete. No. Anyway, so those are yet to have arrived, but I'm excited to get them. And I have
another monthly set to do.
I can't help it.
I mean, it's adorable. Like, they're all super
so
cute.
Fun.
And it's like, what are we supposed to do? Just let all these cute patterns go and never do them? Like,
right? That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to stitch the stuff. So, should I show these? Or should I wait till I have them fully finished?
I mean...
Okay, I've talked about it, so here. So, when we went with my mom and Jordan to Joann's, I was looking for some fabric because I have my idea on how I want to finish my winter Wonderland, and I found this little fabric quarters. And isn't that just it's the perfect blue. I don't know if you can see that matches with the winter Wonderland. And I have it to finish both my winter Wonderland and my Forest Snowfall. I thought they were cute. So, and I know what I'm doing. I just need to find the right size frame. That's been kind of a challenge. And then we debated over and over on black and white.
All sorts of different colors.
Fabric. And I ended up going back to the original, what I thought.
Yeah,
there was a couple. Anyway, I got some fabric. And that's what I'll be putting with the frame that I can interchange with my yarn chalk. So it's just it's a bigger gingham than some, but I like it. I loved it, actually. And that's the first one I looked at that I liked, and then I looked at a few others, and then I ultimately went back to that one. So
they had a really good sale on fabric too. It was like 60% off. So
well, and then I bought some other fabric and different things that it's different. But so then they let me use my 40% off everything coupon, but that didn't count for the fabric. But the fabric was already on sale. But then there was another 20% off select fabrics. So then I got another like $3 off because they let me scan that coupon as well. And I was like, score. I think I bought a lot of floss, 4 or 5 pieces of fabric, and I think I spent like $20-something. Like it was like just over 20.
The lady was ringing up my purchase, and I'm standing there and I'm just like watching as I'm unloading all of this floss into the cart, and I'm like, oh, how is my wallet gonna hurt today? And then it ended up being like $20, and I was like, score.
Yeah.
So
I can handle that.
Yeah.
But that was on top of all the other purchases. Oh, and I have a question. I haven't shown Jordan this. So last night I finished the hands-on design, the yarn chalk. So now I'm getting out everything to do. Got my piece of fabric. It's still got a tag on it. And getting, like in my little kit to do everything. And I have, my chalk thread. But I picked 2 different greens. Because I'm just matching and doing whatever out of my DMC stash I have. Versus buying the Gentle Art for just the little bit of color that it is. And I don't think it's enough to even show variegation. So now my question is. You can hold it up.
Okay. So this is March.
Should I do 388? You didn't see me through it. Or No, 988 or 905. My husband said the lighter one. What does Jordan say?
Are you going to do the shamrock screen too?
I don't know. I was thinking maybe the dots. See how there's like groups of 5 dots?
Yeah.
Or maybe do it opposite. Do white and do all those green and do the center thing white.
That's what I would do.
So one is... They're kind of similar shapes.
I like that green. The green that we have here. The 907. Is that?
Well, that's 905. That's
I like 907.
That's
I
too
like
bright.
the brighter. But I'm a super bright person.
Jeez. I don't know. My husband said the 988, but I'm kind of leaning towards the 905.
So, what's your opinion?
And he said, we'll do the light one. Or I say the light one, so you'll do the dark one. And I'm like...
My husband says that too.
What did we do to these men? No, I'm just kidding. So... And that's not even like a really bright grass green. It's... I don't know. I might have to just start stitching the white and then throw caution to the wind and...
Throw your opinion out there.
Yeah. So that was... I got that all ready to go, kind of. Along with everything else.
And then we have our question for everyone to answer. I found your DMC too.
Thanks.
We were going to ask this last week, but then we both realized that we didn't know how to answer it, so we had to think about it for a while. What is your favorite floss color? Like,
are you saying any brand or just DMC?
I would say any brand because I know some people don't use DMC. They use like Anchor or the CXC. I don't know what that is, but I've seen it a lot in the Facebook groups recently. I picked my DMC based off of my favorite Weeks Dyeworks color. So.
Okay.
So whatever brand.
Yeah, just your
we'll
favorite floss.
DMC,
yep. My favorite color, just period, is like mint blue, if that makes sense. It's the light aqua Tiffany blue. How about Tiffany blue? But sometimes it's more minty. I prefer the...
We don't claim the rights to Tiffany blue. I know they're kind of sticklers about copyright stuff.
Okay, but that color that they like, that they use, that's their color, that's kind of a color I like. This is definitely, it's like the light turquoise blue. I don't know. It's just my favorite color these days. And everything I have stitching related is turquoise. And my hydro flask, my Arctic cups, my trash bin, like everything I have, like, yeah. But this is the closest one I found just out of my stash, which is 3766. So, and the sun's shining just so lovely. You know, like my phone case, that's more minty, but everything I have is in these color shades.
She just got a laundry basket to keep all her stuff in, and it's not mint green, and it's shocking.
Gray.
When we were in Embroidery Central looking at colors one day, I found a Weeks Dyeworks. I think it was called Boysenberry. I don't remember. It was beautiful. And I was like, I need something to stitch with that. But I found the DMC equivalent, which is 915. And I just love this like purpley red color. I think it's so pretty.
Well, and here, show... I don't know if that was showing up as true. If that helps. Does that help?
It's just like it's like a red, but it has like...
It's not red.
The purpley...
I would call it into the magenta tones.
But like dark.
Because the purpley pink, like a magenta, or fuchsia. Fuchsia. It's a dark, vibrant fuchsia.
I don't know the difference between magenta and fuchsia. I always mix those two up because magenta, the dog in Blue's Clues, I don't believe is actually magenta. I think she's fuchsia.
That's your reference, is Blue's Clues. That's funny.
These things stick with you. But, so that's my favorite. I just really like that color.
Blue's Clues.
Anyway,
we want to know what your favorite color is. What your, on
and
whatever
also,
floss.
Kind of an added addition. What's your favorite brand to stitch with? Because, like, we've just barely gotten into using the fancy floss.
Mm-hmm. I've used 1 week's is all I've used. All my others have been Gentle Art. And now I have the Victorian Moto threads.
I've used DMC my whole life, and then, like, if something different has come in a kit, I've used, like, kit threads for, like, when I was really early in my stitching. Mm-hmm. But then I've started using weeks on when I start doing the year in chalk. I think I'm going to start using the chalk classic Gast.
It's Gentle Arts.
Gentle Art, yeah. So,
yeah, Gentle Art.
So I'll try using that, but it's fun to branch out into all these different threads. So, what's your favorite brand and what's your favorite color? We'll make it a 2-part question.
Okay. And you know our answers.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know favorite brand, but we've always just done, like she just said, the DMC, and now we're starting to venture out.
I mean, I love the difference, like, or the...
Yeah.
I love the that DMC has such a big variety, so much that you can do. And, like, it makes it really fun for, like, shading and stuff, because they have so many colors that are, like, the exact same color, but when you put them together, it kind of creates shading. Which is sometimes frustrating on a project, but then you finish it and you can see it and it looks good. Mm-hmm. But I really, as I was doing Forest Snowfall especially, the trees and the words, like seeing that variation in the twilight and the collards, I love it so much. So I would say Weeks probably has my favorite.
But see, and I did my Forest Snowfall and my Wonderland in the Gentle Arts, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. So
I love the variation, but I have a hard time wanting to go buy the fancy floss if it's just like a small thing.
Yeah, so that's why we are doing a little of both, like I showed you on Tulip House.
I know some people use like Anchor for like white and black.
So I have part
and DMC for everything else, and I haven't tried that, but I've been tempted to because a lot of people have said it works really well.
Good idea. Okay.
Anyway, we hit the hour mark, so we should probably call it.
This is our longest video yet. Okay.
Okay.
But thanks
for watching.
If you're new to our channel, thanks for joining with us. If you're a return viewer, then thanks for stopping back by. We appreciate all your likes and comments, and just that there's so many people out there that share this craft with us. It makes it fun.
Yeah. On Instagram, I'm at Little Stitch Girl Designs.
And I am Jamie X Stitch on Instagram.
We can't wait to hear from you, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.